Hi everyone and welcome to Coin Treasure Hunt. If you want to learn a little about the objects, faces and places on the back of UK circulated coins, find out which commemorative coins are rare, sought after and worth more than face value, and to seek out the hidden treasures a lot of people miss, or you just love coin hunts, hit the subscribe button in the right hand corner of your screen now. So today in this coin war we are going to look for commemoratives, low mintage, territories and coins not intended for circulation. So we're going to do a £2 versus 10p coin hunt. I've got 5 bags of £2 coins and 3 bags of 10p coins. So, our coin hunt, time to dive in. Hopefully we get some treasures. I was delighted last time when I did the Franken coin hunt that I actually found an alphabet 10p. I almost just couldn't believe it. But then again, it's pretty much every time I find when I'm like, I find it hard to believe that I've actually found them. As I've said before, they just seem very popular. I guess they are really popular, so that's why they're very, very difficult to come by. And also, in addition to that, they're very low mintage. You know, they're just over 300,000 if it's divided evenly between the coins. So. We're also obviously going to look for NIFC dates and most likely one to get, although it's actually very difficult to get, I have to say, is the 2008 Ironside. Now if I can find a line there, that one there with 2008 on the front would be what we'd be looking for, and that's got a mintage I believe of 9,400,000. So for a 10p, as I've said before, it's incredibly low mintage. I mean, you're looking at, you know, in the hundreds of millions for most of the 10p's. So, you know, to get one that low mintage is definitely a coin worth holding on to. But wouldn't it be absolutely delightful to get another alphabet coin? Or of course, some of my favourites, I've got to say, the territories coins. Oh, I should say the NIFC dates are 93, 94, 98 and 99 on 10p coins. But obviously we'll look through those later. Wouldn't want to stop and search through them all one by one as we're going through it. That would take an awfully long time. Doing my best there. Decided to keep them separate. Not doing bad today, I have to say. I usually do terribly at that part. They all get muddled up into a big ball, which makes my job a whole lot harder when looking at them for the key dates that I spoke about. Here we can look for a low mintage. Oh, you're a very weird sheen of you. Are you a fake or are you a commemorative? It is a commemorative. Here we go. Sometimes I see a lot of the. Actually, I have one right there to hand. Actually, I wonder does that get the same sheen? A lot of them at times do have that sheen. But is that a different? Do you know what that looks? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It just looks a bit weird. Feels a bit weird. I don't know. Anyway, that's one of my favourite designs. It's not the best condition one I've seen. I think the other one I have in there in the treasure chest is better. High mintage one for a £2 coin. Fabulous design, modernist design on it. As I say, one of my favourites, but not the best. Not the best one I've ever had of that design. I mean, we can also look for. It's very shiny. We can also look for the lowest mintage technology one, which is the 2005 technology. Which, as I've said many a times, I think it's much maligned, or basically, probably more so, just not really known about. But it's actually lower mintage than a huge amount of the commemorative £2 coins. 18 to be precise. I don't know what it is. You know, the £2 coins or the 50p coins. I can't. Oh, hey, look at that! Look at you! I just love when this happens. I love when this happens. Oh, that is super. If you watch my channel, you know I absolutely adore coins with animals on it and stuff like that. Just not and stuff like that. Animals, plants, but animals especially so for me, and fish even more so. My absolute favourite. Look at that tuna. That is fabulous. I'm absolutely loving that. Happy as Larry. Republika. Oh, don't ask me to pronounce that. Hrvatska. Is that Croatia? I'm not sure. It might not be. No, it's probably somewhere completely different. I'll have a look. I'll check it out during a break when I'm looking for the key dates. But look at that. 2 animals. That looks like a weasel or a stoat or something on the front. Weasel probably. Or pine marten even. But look at that. Or is that even it? It is a tuna because it's got scutes. Those little sharp triangular things on the base of the tail. That is fabulous. That is magnificent. As I say, just, you know, it's what people do. They you know, it's people that obviously don't collect coins, and they're just putting them in there. You know, they want to get a bag back to the bank, and that's why, to be honest with you, I actually quite like going to banks where, you know, a lot of people like the sealed bags, but actually when customers bring them back, you got to remember a lot of the customers that bring these coins back to the bank, they don't collect coins. So, you know, some of them do obviously, but you know, some of them don't. So they'll just put any old thing in a bag to fill it. You know, if it looks like a, for instance, if it looks like a 10p, they'll put it in there. If it you know, if it looks like a 50p, they'll put it in there just to kind of get rid of it, you know, because they can't use it anymore when they've come back off holidays. And if it looks like a £2 again, obviously they'll chance their arm and put it in. If you look at it like a £1, all the denominations obviously. But I'm always the happy recipient, and even if the coin that I get as a replacement is not, you know, worth the value of the one that it's meant to be, I love it. You know, where else am I going to get that unless I go on holiday there? Happy as Larry. Wowzers. That's what makes him brilliant. And as I say, that's also what makes the the ones that the customers bring back. That's why I enjoy getting them. I mean, it's not always the case. Sometimes you can get fabulous bags, like especially new coins that arrive. You know, you can get fresh new bags of them when you get sealed bags. But the customer return bags tend to be the ones that throw up the oddities. You know, the strange, the territories ones and stuff like that. You know what I mean? The sealed bags don't tend to do that. Not in my experience. But then again, to be honest, I haven't had very many sealed bags in my time. My bank just doesn't do them. But I might be getting some soon. Anyway, now we've got our second £2 commemorative. This is the Act of Union. Hold on a minute. For a minute there, I thought it was set upside down. No. Not another one. Great design. The thistle, the rose, and then the gates there. Do like that design. Oh, it's actually seems to be missing a big chunk of the writing down here. That's completely almost gone. That's bizarre. That's a bit of an oddball one. We'll be keeping that and having a look at that one. I've also noticed another thing about the £2 coins. I might say a bit later. Anyway. And Florence Nightingale. A nurse, started her, I believe she started her nursing career. I mean, she's a legendary nurse in the war in the Crimea. What a fantastic lady. I've buried one of the commemoratives now somewhere. Have I? Yes, I think I have. Anyway, never mind. Now what should we do? Another bag of 10p's or one more bag? Let's do one more bag of 2s. And then we'll do a 10p and then we'll finish on the £2 bag. If I can get this. Why are you playing up? Why are you being silly at the moment? The camera I'm talking to, obviously. You know, talking to cameras is perfectly normal. Outbreak of World War II, should I say? St. Paul's there. And do any fishy surprises await us in this bag of 10p's? I'd be absolutely delighted if there was another one or whatever. Anyone, anything, any other coin. I'm still buzzing from that one. I've wanted that. I've seen that one. Like about. I've seen it on a thumbnail photo. And I really wanted one. I was like, oh, I want that coin. And now I've got one. I saw the I guess what is the obverse of it. I don't know, maybe it's the reverse of it. First, the one with just the amount on it. And I was like, oh, that's cool. But then when I turned it over and saw the fishy, I was just like, absolutely delighted. Yes, I'm going to give myself a pat on the back for keeping them separate. My goodness me, you're very shiny. Ironside. Wasn't a 2008 though. Even older. So surprising it was in such good condition. And no more surprise. Oh no! Oh, sorry. Oh dear! Completely nearly knocked my camera over there. Hope you don't get dizzy when you watch it after that. Sorry about that. Didn't realise it was so close to it. Any more surprises? I don't think so. But hey ho, I'm very happy with that. Considering it's just 3 bags, that's great stuff. Now to finish on a £2 bag. Is there another surprise awaiting us here? Most likely a commemorative if there was one. Hopefully there will be. Oh, there we go. Abolition of the slave trade. Oh my goodness me! Do you know what that is? Do you know what that one is? That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. I bet you, like some people know out there why I'm so excited by this one. That is terrific. You know, I did one time. I accidentally put one of these back in. Like, because I had obviously lots of them, and I accidentally put this back in, and now people are going to go, what is this crazy man on about? And why is he so excited about an abolition of the slave trade? Abolition of the slave trade I like, because it's you know, obviously the importance and the power of it, and the meaning of it, you know, that heinous crime against humanity was abolished way too late, in my opinion. But as far as this coin is concerned, I'm always saying I don't have another one right to hand at the moment. But I'm always saying if it's got the textured background on it, that's the one that's in circulation. If it doesn't, that's the one out of the pack. And that does not have a textured background, my friends. That's got the initials there on it. So that's actually one out of the pack that's escaped into the wild. Oh, look at that. Smooth. It's as smooth as an ice skating rink. That is fabulous. Was not expecting that. When I saw it initially, I was just like, oh yeah. And then I thought, crikey mouse, that's a bit... then I recognised that is a quality find, that is. Woo-hoo-hoo. Wowzers. That is superb. Happy little bunny with that one. I was thinking the 10s have won, but... oh, my goodness me. Was not expecting that. What a find. What a find that is. Right, now. Two crackers, two absolute crackers. Really wasn't expecting that. That is a really, really good one to find. That's a seriously, seriously good coin to find. Right, now for me to look through this big pile of 10. Well, it's not actually that big of a pile. I always say that, but the 10p's just make it look like a lot, even though it was only 3 bags, and 5 bags of £2 coins. 2 crackers to get in that small amount. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll have a look through for key dates and NIFCs, and I'll get back to you very soon. Yay! Well, I did find a key date in the £2 coins, the 2005 technology. As I say, technology is no longer, the technology design is no longer on the back of the £2 coins since 2015, replaced by the Britannia. So this one, as I said earlier, is the lowest mintage of the technology. It's no longer there, so I think it's going to be sought after soon enough. So keep an eye out for this one. Then we had World War II outbreaks in Poles. Then we had a lovely shiny version of a few scratches on the front of Florence Nightingale. Love the starburst. Wonderful lady. And then we had this one. Bit of a weird sheen off it. I knew there was something up it. Still not 100% sure whether that's... I don't know. Kind of think it's a bit of a fake. I don't know. Just doesn't look as good. As I said, I have got another one there. I just think I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's me. Who knows? Anyway, that's one of my favourite designs normally, but that's not the best example of it. World War One Army. And then, look at these 2 beauties. Let's do one at a time. Hrvatska. I didn't actually look at the way it was spelt. It's quite easy to pronounce, actually. Hrvatska. Republika Hrvatska is Croatia, actually. I was right. And I was doubly correct that's a weasel on the front. So there we go. Tukuna. It's Kuna is how it's spelt, like English-wise, I guess. Something kind of weird about it. I found like information on it. And it's minted from 1993 to 2019. So that was fine. So I looked down on it, and normally it has Tuni, like Tuni, Tuni, I guess you would say. But this has Thinus, and it's 2010. So I looked through the dates, as I say, and 2010 doesn't show up at all. So unless this is a like a special mintage one or something like that, it's one from a pack, who knows. But the rest of them all have Tuni on it, all the other dates, so that's kind of cool. That's the Latin name for tuna. It's the Atlantic bluefin tuna. It's Scumber, Thinus, Lianus. Yeah. So Scumber, Thinus, Lianus. The Atlantic bluefin tuna, which is an absolutely enormous fish, exceeding 150 kilograms, 300 pounds. Wow. And tuna tastes good. Very good. So I'm actually delighted with that. As I say, I need to do a little bit more investigating about it. I love it because it has got a tuna on the front of it. A mackerel, we do have tuna over here. A mackerel is part of the tuna family. So there you go. Have you heard of mackerel? And that's a much maligned fish at times, but it's actually a member of the tuna family. Wonderful coin. Absolutely delighted with that. And this could be a rather special one because it's different than all the rest. And it's not in the circulated numbers, not even the data. So more investigation to be done. And then we had this beauty. I've made a terrible mistake many moons ago by putting one of these back in circulation, one with the smooth background. Uncirculated condition on the net at the moment, like on auction sites. Well, you know, the auction site I'm talking about, I'm sure. It's going from anywhere from £35 to 25 to £35. This one has obviously been circulated a bit, but you know, it's definitely worth over face value. But there we go. Star coins of the day. Who wins this coin hunt? I have absolutely no idea. Is it a draw? I don't know. That's for you to decide. Anyway, by now or in the next few seconds, you should see a selection of videos from YouTube of mine that you might like to watch if you enjoyed this one. I've certainly enjoyed doing this hunt. And up in the right hand corner, as always, the beautiful X marks the spot 10p coin will help you to subscribe. In the meantime, everybody, I wish you happy hunting. And I'll see you again for the next coin treasure hunt. What a couple of finds. Fantastic. See you next time. Bye bye, everybody. Take care.